Constitution of India, Part 4, Directive Principles of State Policy, Article 36 to 51A. Article 36, Definition. In this part, unless the context otherwise occurs, the state has the same meaning as in Part 3. Article 37, Application of the principles contained in this part. The provisions contained in this part shall not be enforceable by any court, but the principles therein laid down are nevertheless fundamental in the governance of the country, and it shall be the duty of the state to apply these principles in making laws. Article 38. Stated to secure a social order for the promotion of welfare of the people. 1. The state shall strive to promote the welfare of the people by securing and protecting as effectively as it may a social order in which justice, social, economic, and political shall inform all the institutions of the national life. The state shall, in particular, strive to minimize the inequalities in income and endeavor to eliminate inequalities in status, facilities, and opportunities, not only amongst individuals but also amongst group of people residing in different areas or engaged in different occasions. Article 39. Certain principles of policy to be followed by the state. The state shall, in particular, direct its policy towards securing that the citizens, men and women equally, have the right to an adequate means of livelihood, that the ownership and control of the material resources of the community are so distributed as best to subserve the common good, that the operation of the economic system does not result in the concentration of wealth and means of production to the common detriment, that there is equal pay for equal work for both men and women, that the health and strength of workers, men and women, and the tender age of children are not abused, and that citizens are not forced by economic necessity to enter avocations insulting to their age and strength, that the children are given opportunities and facilities to develop in a healthy manner and in conditions of freedom and dignity, and that childhood and youth are protected against exploitation and against moral and material abandonment. Article 39A. Equal justice and free legal aid. The state shall secure that the operation of the legal system promotes justice on a basis of equal opportunity and shall in particular provide free legal aid by suitable legislation or schemes or in any other way to ensure that opportunities for securing justice are not denied to any citizen by reason of economic and other disabilities. Article 40. Organization of village panchayats. The state shall take steps to organize village panchayats and endow them with such powers and authority as may be necessary to enable them to function as units of self-government. Article 41. Right to work, to education and to public assistance in certain cases. The state shall, within the limits of its economic capacity and development, make effective provision for securing the right to work, to education, and to public assistance in cases of unemployment, old age, sickness, and disablement, and in other cases of undeserved want. Article 42. Provision for just and humane condition of work and maternity relief. The state shall make provision for securing just and humane condition of work and for maternity relief. Article 43. Living wage, etc. for workers. The state shall endeavor to secure by suitable legislation or economic organization or in any other way to all workers, agricultural, industrial and otherwise, work a living wage conditions of work ensuring a decent standard of life and full enjoyment of leisure and social and cultural opportunities and in particular, the state shall endeavour to promote cottage industries on an individual or cooperative basis in rural areas. Article 43A. Participation of workers in management of industries. The state shall take steps by suitable legislation or in any other way to secure the participation of workers in the management of undertakings, establishments, or other organizations engaged in any industry. Article 43B. Promotion of cooperative societies. The state shall endeavour to promote voluntary formation, autonomous functioning of democratic control, and professional management of cooperative societies. Article 44. Uniform Civil Code for the citizens. The state shall endeavour to secure for the citizens a uniform civil code throughout the territory of India. Article 45. Provision for early childhood care and education to children below the age of 6 years. The state shall endeavour to provide early childhood care and education for all children until they complete the age of 6 years. Article 46. Promotion of educational and economic interest of scheduled caste, scheduled tribes, and other weaker sections. The state shall promote with special care the educational and economic interest of the weaker sections of the people, and in particular of the scheduled caste and scheduled tribes, and shall protect them from social injustice and all forms of exploitation. Article 47. Duty of the state to raise the level of nutrition and standard of living and to improve public health. The state shall regard the raising of the level of nutrition and the standard of living of its people and the improvement of public health as among its primary duties, and in particular, the state shall endeavour to bring about prohibition of the consumption, except for medical purposes, of intoxicating drinks and of drugs which are injurious to health. Article 48. Organization of agriculture and animal husbandry. The state shall endeavour to organize agriculture and animal husbandry on modern and scientific lines, and shall in particular take steps for preserving and improving the breeds, the prohibiting of the slaughter of cows and calves and other milch and draught cattle. Article 48A. Protection and improvement of environment and safeguarding the forest and wildlife. The state shall endeavour to protect and improve the environment and to safeguard the forest and wildlife of the country. Article 49. Protection of monuments and places and objects of national importance. It shall be the obligation of the state to protect every monument or place or object of artistic or historic interest declared by or under law made by Parliament to be of national importance, from spoliation, disfigurement, destruction, removal, disposal, or export, as the case may be. Article 50. Separation of judiciary from executive. The state shall take steps to separate the judiciary from the executive in the public services of the state. Article 51. Promotion of international peace and security. The state shall endeavour to promote international peace and security, maintain just and honourable relations between nations, foster respect for international law and treaty obligations in the dealings of organized people with one another, and encourage settlement of international disputes by arbitration. Article 51A. Fundamental duties. It shall be the duty of every citizen of India to abide by the Constitution and respect its ideals and institutions, the national flag and the national anthem. To cherish and follow the noble ideals which inspired our national struggle for freedom. To uphold and protect the sovereignty, unity, and integrity of India. to defend the country and render national service when called upon to do so, to promote harmony and spirit of common brotherhood amongst all the people of India, transcending religious, linguistic, and regional or sectional diversities, to renounce practices derogatory to the dignity of human, to value and preserve the rich heritage of our composite culture, to protect and improve the natural environment, including forest, lakes, rivers, and wildlife, and to have compassion for living creatures, to develop scientific temper, humanism, and spirit of inquiry and reform, to safeguard public property and to endure violence, to strive towards excellence in all spheres of individual and collective activity, so that nation constantly rises to higher levels of endeavor and achievement. Who is a parent or guardian to provide opportunities for education to his children, or as the case may be, what between the age of 6 and 14 years.